We are officially kicking off the new year, and if you thought the end of the Precious Paths season was quiet, well...
Hey, think again.
Yeah, think again. January 2026 is less of a gentle start and more of an absolute strategic challenge.
It's an avalanche. We are diving into a complete avalanche of events, massive bonuses, and some really critical new debuts.
And they all feel like they're engineered to lead up to one just monumental, game-changing raid day.
It's a foundational month. I mean, January isn't about leisurely catching up.
Right.
It's about preparation. It's about aggressively stacking your resources, getting those new meta tools that are going to redefine how you approach all the big-ticket events later this year.
So we're looking at a calendar where a single, crucial 3-hour window halfway through the month dictates everything else.
It dictates the resource planning for the entire month. Absolutely.
That's right. So our mission today is simple. We are handing you the essential playbook to navigate this immense calendar. We're going to highlight every single opportunity to grab serious XP, maximize your Stardust, and stock up on that invaluable Candy XL.
But we have to focus on the main event.
We must, and I mean must, spend serious time dissecting the Kyurem Fusion Raid Day on January 10th.
Because that one day, just those 3 hours, fundamentally changes how you play the game in 2026. If you are aiming for high-efficiency gameplay this year, January is your required foundation course.
All right, let's do it. Let's unpack this schedule, starting with the necessary overlap, how the holidays wrap up, and the grinding starts immediately.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the immediate action items. The New Year's 2026 event doesn't actually end on December 31st.
Right. It gives us a few extra days of grace, which is nice. It runs all the way through January 4th at 8 p.m. local time.
So if you haven't capitalized on the end of your bonuses, this is your last best chance.
And the value here is immediate and really high yield, especially if you're a raider. For those first 4 days, we are seeing double raid XP and double raid Stardust.
That's huge. Think about the resource investment. If you are low on premium passes or just want to maximize the return on your daily free passes.
Every single raid you do in those first, 96 hours provides significantly more bang for your buck.
Beyond the resource booster, there's the shiny hunt for the seasonal party top hat Pikachu.
A collector's dream.
A collector's dream for sure. But here's where the high-level strategy kicks in for community players. The guaranteed lucky trade threshold is temporarily hiked up.
This is a huge game-altering mechanic boost, especially for older accounts or, for friends who are just coming back to the game.
And this leads us directly to the outgoing 5-star raid boss, Zekrom. He stays in raids until January 5th. This is crucial prep work.
It really is. Zekrom is not only a premier electric-type attacker, especially if you can get it with its event move, Fusion Bolt, but it is also a mandatory fusion component for Kyurem later in the month.
Okay, so if we're planning to fuse Kyurem into Black Kyurem on January 10th...
You need Zekrom candy. And a good Zekrom.
Right.
Now.
Right.
Exactly. Every Zekrom raid you do in those first 5 days is a dual investment. You're getting a fantastic utility Pokemon for your roster, and you're gathering the necessary 30 Zekrom candy needed for the eventual fusion.
So, bottom line.
Yeah.
Do not skip Zekrom early in the month.
Do not skip Zekrom.
Okay, so we transition immediately from that New Year overlap into the first major event, the Piplup Community Day Classic.
Sunday, January 4th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We know the drill for classics. It's all about those legacy moves.
And this one is important for Empoleon. If you evolve Prinplup during that window,
your Empoleon gets the elite charged attack, Hydro Cannon.
So how does that specific move elevate Empoleon's role in the meta? I know it's good, but how good?
Well, Hydro Cannon is famous for being an exceptionally low-energy, high-damage charged move, just across the board.
Okay.
In PvE, so for raids, it hits with 90 power, which makes Empoleon a very decent budget water-type attacker. If you don't have access to the absolute top-tier monsters like Kyogre, Empoleon is a super reliable second-tier option.
But the real shine is in PvP.
Well, yeah, that's where it truly shines, specifically in the Ultra League.
Tell me about that.
Empoleon, because of its unique water and steel typing, it has this remarkable defensive profile that covers so many common weaknesses.
Right, it resists a ton.
A ton. It handles ice, rock, fairy types exceptionally well. With Hydro Cannon, it becomes a major threat in the Ultra League, often ranking comfortably within the top 10 competitive picks.
Wow, top 10.
And it's solid in the Great League too, around the mid-20s. If you are struggling to build out a strong Ultra League team, this is a must-play event to get that moveset.
Plus, for the resource-conscious trainer, the main side bonus is absolutely massive.
It's 1/4 hatch distance for any eggs placed in incubators during the 3-hour event.
That's a pure value proposition. It effectively minimizes the walking required for high-distance eggs.
I mean, a 10-kilometer egg becomes a 2.5-kilometer egg.
It's crazy.
If you can time your high-value eggs, your 10Ks, or any rare ones you've stored, and drop them into super incubators right at 2 p.m., you're maximizing your mileage savings for the entire month. It's an easy way to save time and wear and tear on your shoes.
All right, next up, the thematic shift. Starting January 6th, we dive into the Pinch Perfect event running until the 11th.
I like this one. It's themed around crustacean-inspired Pokemon.
And we get a new debut.
We do. We finally see Cloth, the ambush Pokemon, making its debut.
Just a Pokedex entry for now.
For now, yeah, just a dex entry, but any new Pokemon is exciting. More importantly, this event is strategically placed right before Kyurem Day.
And it offers a critical resource stacking opportunity. How does it help with resources?
It's a strong, shiny hunting event, which, generally translates into a high volume of catches.
So more balls, more berries.
Exactly. Keep a close eye out for Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher, all of which will have increased shiny rates. Plus, we see the debut of shiny Delmise in Raid. Catching high volumes of these Pokemon means stocking up on Great Balls, Ultra Balls, and berries resources you will desperately need for the intensity of the raid day that follows.
I appreciate how they've structured the timed research tracks to ensure continuous engagement.
It's smart.
It's not just one research for the whole week.
Yeah.
We get 3 different tracks, all focused on catching, running sequentially.
Yeah, that segmentation is genius. The first track runs from the 6th to the 8th, the second from the 8th to the 10th, and then the final track overlaps perfectly with the raid day on the 10th until the 11th.
So it forces the player to log in and actively play every 48 hours to complete all the tracks.
And, crucially, it offers multiple opportunities to secure encounters with the new Cloth. It's a great example of making a smaller, midweek event mandatory for the completionists.
Okay, let's talk about the weekly grind, starting with the first Max Monday and Spotlight Hour. Max Battles, where Dynamax Pokemon temporarily take over power spots, begin on January 5th.
And Max Drampa debuts in those Max Battles on the 5th, running until the 11th.
Okay, Trumpa. Meta relevance.
Low, very low right now. It's a normal dragon type that just doesn't have a lot of competitive punch. However,
There's always a however.
there is. Every Max debut is a strategic long-term investment.
So why are we investing in low-utility Max Pokemon?
Because of future projections. Drampa has a mega form that is highly anticipated to be a very solid contender down the line. Securing a strong IV or a shiny Drampa now means you're perfectly pre-positioned for that mega release without having to scramble for max particles later. It also works as a decent budget dragon-type attacker in max battles if you don't have access to the absolute top-tier dragons like Rayquaza or Black Kyurem.
Got it. And the very first Spotlight Hour on January 6th features Barboach with a 2x catch XP bonus.
Yeah.
Sounds like an easy XP grind.
This is a classic example of an optimization opportunity where you should absolutely ignore the featured Pokemon.
Ignore Barboach.
Completely. Barboach and its evolution, Whiscash, have limited meta use, and Barboach has a notoriously difficult catch circle to land an excellent throw on consistently.
Yeah, I think what's the optimal play here?
Instead of focusing on Barboach, you activate a Lucky Egg, you pop a Meltan Mystery Box or a Gimmighoul Coin Bag, and you focus on catching those common, easy-to-hit targets that those items spawn.
Wait, let me make sure I follow the stacking here. You're using the high volume of spawns from the box or bag,
Yep.
applying the 2x catch XP bonus in the Spotlight Hour, and doubling that again with a Lucky Egg.
Precisely. You are hitting an absurd multiplier. If you can land a consistent, excellent throw, which is much easier on a Pokemon like Meltan or Gimmighoul than Barboach, you are aiming for over 4,000 XP per excellent throw.
4,000.
Potentially more if you hit a streak. That hour is not a Barboach hour. It is a rapid, leveraged XP grinding hour. Essential for players climbing to level 50. Use that hour wisely.
Okay, we have to take a deep breath because we are now at the center of the January calendar.
This is it.
Saturday, January 10th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Kyurem Fusion Raid Day. If you only play 3 hours all month, this needs to be at why. Why should trainers prioritize this above all else?
This day is the most significant competitive shift of the season, period. It's essential for 2 reasons. First, it gives you access to Black and White Kyurem, 2 of the highest powered damage dealers in their types.
Right.
Second, and I think more importantly, it unlocks indispensable new utility mechanics called adventure effects that will simplify high-volume gameplay moving forward.
Okay, let's nail down the logistics first, especially for pass management. We know the raids alternate every half hour. What's that rotation again?
The rotation is strategically designed. For the first half hour and alternating thereafter, you will see Reshiram and Black Kyurem Raid.
Okay.
In the next 30-minute block, it switches to Zekrom and White Kyurem Raids.
And this rotation is crucial for strategic pass spending, right?
It is. If you primarily need Blaze Fusion energy to unlock White Kyurem, you know exactly which 30-minute blocks to focus your passes and your raid group on.
Okay, now let's get into the complex mechanics. What exactly is the recipe for creating Black or White Kyurem? I need the simplest recipe possible for the listener.
It's resource intensive for sure, but remember, the fusion is permanent until you choose to separate them, and separation is free.
Good to know.
So to create Black Kyurem, you need 4 things. Your base Kyurem, a Zekrom, 30 Kyurem candy, 30 Zekrom candy, and finally, 1,000 units of Volt Fusion energy.
1,000.
Wow.
And for White Kyurem?
Same structure. The base Kyurem, a Reshiram this time, 30 Kyurem candy, 30 Reshiram candy, and 1,000 units of Blaze Fusion energy.
And this Fusion Energy Volt and Blaze, how do we get it during those 3 hours?
You acquire the energy only by defeating the respective fused Kyurem raid.
Okay, so defeating Black Kyurem raids gives you the Volt energy.
Grants Volt Fusion energy, correct. Yeah. And defeating White Kyurem raids grants Blaze Fusion energy.
And since the average raid yields about 100 energy,
you're looking at about 10 raids. You realistically need to defeat about 10 raids of each targeted fusion if you want to unlock both forms.
That immediately emphasizes the need to secure those premium passes or even the event ticket, because 20 raids in 3 hours is a serious logistical challenge.
It absolutely is, and a critical point of clarity. We are not catching Black or White Kyurem directly from the raids.
Right.
We defeat the fused form, but the encounter after the raid is always a standard Kyurem.
And that Kyurem encounter is what determines the IVs and the shiny status of the final fused form.
Exactly. The Zekrom or Reshiram component is simply consumed as a resource. It's all about the base Kyurem.
Also, a key limitation we need to flag immediately. Can they be traded?
No. Once fused, Black and White Kyurem cannot be traded, and they cannot be transferred to Pokémon Home. You are investing in your own personal, high-powered roster.
Okay, here is the true aha moment of the month. The reason many high-level players are dropping everything for January 10th. The adventure effects.
This is the real prize.
But first, let's confirm the critical prerequisite for unlocking them. It all hinges on the charged attack glacier.
This point cannot be overstated. Kyurem absolutely must have the charged attack glacier to unlock the adventure effects when fused.
Wait, so even if I successfully fuse my Kyurem with 1,000 energy, if I miss the specific move glacier, I miss the adventure effects entirely.
You do. Glaciate is the foundational key.
So it's not guaranteed?
No. Kyurem may learn Glaciate when caught during raid day, so every encounter is a bit of a gamble. If you miss the move, you will need to spend an elite charged TM later.
Ugh, and those are so valuable.
Extremely. So prioritizing raids that give you a Kyurem with Glaciate is paramount, or you just have to budget for that elite TM expenditure.
Okay, let's assume we get Glaciate and we successfully fuse. Black Kyurem unlocks the free shock adventure effect. Why are trainers calling this the new auto catcher cheat code?
Free Shock is arguably the most valuable utility move introduced to the game this season. When you activate it, and this is a recurring cost of 5,000 Stardust and 5 Kyurem candy for a 10-minute duration, it casts electrically charged ice that completely immobilizes all wild Pokemon you encounter.
Immobilizes, meaning they stop jumping, stop attacking, stop dodging.
Completely. It's like a supercharged constant knob barrier on every single spawn, but with mechanical benefits that go way beyond that.
Okay.
First, it makes manual catching nearly foolproof, drastically reducing wasted balls and time. Second, and critically, it increases your base catch efficiency by 25%.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, the utility for players using automated devices.
Oh, it's a game changer. If you are grinding massive future events, let's use the upcoming Kalos Tour as an example. Having Free Shock active drastically increases your catch volume and reduces the error rate of your auto catcher.
Because it eliminates wasted balls from jumps and attacks.
Exactly. And the timer can be extended up to 24 hours, meaning you can preload an entire day's grinding session. This single effect is why we need to focus on stocking up on Kyurem candy on January 10th.
What about White Kyurem's Ice Burn? What utility does that one offer?
Ice Burn is also highly useful, but it offers a different, more precision-focused type of catch assistance. Costs the same. 5,000 Stardust and 5 Kyurem candy for 10 minutes.
And what does it do?
Ice Burn immediately increases the catch rate by a full 50%, and mechanically it slows down the target ring significantly during the encounter.
That sounds perfect for players focused on XP or catching high difficulty targets.
It is. Slowing the ring makes timing excellent throws much easier to land. It's fantastic for XP grinding and accuracy rolls, especially on difficult-to-hit Pokemon like legendaries or rare raid bosses from research.
So the choice is strategic. Free Shock is for sheer volume and speed of grinding, while Ice Burn is for precision and maximizing catch probability on specific high-value targets.
That's the perfect summary, and both require that recurring cost of Stardust and Kyurem candy, which brings us back to the raid day strategy.
Maximizing your candy gain during this 3-hour window is absolutely non-negotiable. How do we do that?
By using a Mega Evolution. Since Kyurem is an Ice Dragon type, you need an active Dragon or Ice type Mega Evolution for the entire duration of the raid day.
So, Mega Latios, Mega Lati.
Or Mega Glalie, or Mega Abomasnow for the Ice typing. Maintaining that Mega Bonus provides bonus Kyurem candy and crucially bonus XL candy if you are level 40 or higher. You must Mega Evolve before 2:00 p.m.
Let's review the sheer generosity of the raid day bonuses because they definitely encourage heavy investment.
They do. First, the standard legendary shiny rate of 1 in 20 is heavily boosted.
To what?
A massive 1 in 10 for Kyurem, Zekrom, and Reshiram encounters during those 3 hours.
1 in 10. That's your best chance, maybe ever, to get shiny versions of all 3 of those legendaries.
Absolutely.
And the pass economy. How many free passes?
You receive up to 5 additional free raid passes just from spinning gym photo discs during the event, which gives you 6 total free passes for the day.
And for remote raiders.
The limit is temporarily increased to 20 for the event weekend, from Friday night through Saturday night.
We see the optional event ticket for, what, about $5 here. Given the strategic necessity of the energy, is the value there?
If you are serious about hitting that 1,000 energy requirement for even one fusion, the ticket is a worthwhile investment.
What did it get you?
It grants 8 additional premium passes, bringing your total possible passes to 14 for the day.
14 raids.
Plus, the ticket provides double raid Stardust, 50% more raid XP, and an increased chance for rare candy XL. That resource boost stacks exponentially over 14 raids, making the ticket really valuable for the dedicated raider. And always remember the web store bonus, an extra premium battle pass if you buy it there.
Okay, beyond the fusion resource itself, we should talk about the standalone meta value of the unfused legendaries. If a trainer doesn't have the resources to fuse yet, are Reshiram and Zekrom still worth the raid effort?
Absolutely, 100%. Reshiram and Zekrom caught during the event will know their powerful event-exclusive charged attacks, Fusion Flare for Reshiram and Fusion Bolt for Zekrom.
And these aren't throwaway Pokemon. They are premier competitive assets.
Not at all. Fusion Flare makes Reshiram one of the top fire attackers in the game, 5th best, in fact, and a powerful, bulky asset in the Master League.
And Zekrom.
Fusion Bolt puts Zekrom at the 7th best electric attacker, and again, highly ranked in the Master League for its high damage and bulk. Even the Kyurem you catch, if it has Glaciate, is a solid Ice Dragon utility pick.
And the resulting fused Kyurem forms. How dominant are they once you actually fuse them?
Oh, they're monsters. White Kyurem, once fused, is the undisputed top Ice-type raid attacker in the game, period. And it's also a very strong Dragon type.
And Black Kyurem.
Black Kyurem is a top-tier Dragon type and ranks incredibly high in the Master League due to its raw attack stat. You are investing in top-tier utility and top-tier damage output simultaneously. This raid day is just a clean sweep of competitive improvement.
Kyurem Day clears on the 10th, and the focus immediately shifts to resource gathering and max battle prep in the middle of the month. The emotional high gives way to the grind.
A strategic grind, right. Dynamax Drampa rotates out on the 11th, max battles continue with Caterpie, then Beldum, and then the critical debut of Roggenrola later in the month.
Let's focus on Max Beldum, running from the 19th to 25th. Why is Max Metagross important?
Max Metagross, evolving from Max Beldum, is an exceptional option. Its Steel Psychic typing provides incredible resilience. It functions as a fantastic tank and a highly capable Steel-type attacker, especially with its Community Day move Meteor Mash.
So if you're lacking some of those top-tier Steel types.
Exactly. If you don't have a Crown Zamazenta, for example, Max Metagross provides incredible sustained value and coverage against Fairy and Ice type. It's reliable, durable, and easily accessible.
Now, on to the regular 5-star rotation. Genesect, running from the 5th to the 16th with the Burn and Chill drive. A lot of longtime players groan when they see Genesect return.
Yeah, they do. But there's a massive resource opportunity here we need to highlight.
What's that?
It's Genesect's weakness profile. It's a Bug Steel type, which means it is double weak to Fire-type moves.
Ah, okay.
This makes Genesect one of the easiest Tier 5 legendary Pokemon in the game to solo raid, provided you have powered up fire counter.
Wait, a solo Tier 5 legendary raid? That's huge.
It is resource management at its best. If you have high-level fire counters, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Blaziken, even a Shadow Moltres, you can reliably defeat Genesect by yourself.
So you can just use your free daily pass and farm all the rewards, XP, candy, Stardust, without needing to coordinate a raid group on a weekday.
Exactly. It's a dedicated, high-efficiency resource printer for the solo player. Use your Mega Fire type, focus your free daily passes on Genesect between the 5th and the 16th, and maximize your returns.
After Genesect, we get the Genie's Thundurus Incarnate and then Tornadus Incarnate. This feels like a bit of a strategic lull after the Kyurem high.
They absolutely are a meta lull in their current incarnate form. Thundurus is only about the 28th best electric attacker, and Tornadus is even lower on the flying charts.
So not great for Master League or raid offense right now?
Not at all.
So why raid them at all? What's the strategic value here?
Candy banking, pure and simple. These raids are primarily about collecting candy and XL candy in anticipation of two things. They're much more meta-relevant Therian forms returning, or, more critically, their potential future shadow releases.
Right, a Shadow Thundurus could be a monster.
It could be game-defining, and without a substantial candy bank from the regular forms, you won't be able to power it up immediately when it debuts.
We also have some incredible Mega Raids this month. Mega Blaziken runs from the 5th to the 16th. This feels like a top priority.
It absolutely is. Mega Blaziken is a phenomenal dual-type attacker. It's the best fire-type Mega and the second best fighting-type Mega in the game.
So you gotta get that energy.
If you are low on fighting or fire Mega energy, you prioritize this highly to ensure you maintain that level 3 Mega status for the bonus XL candy.
Then Mega Skeptile takes over from the 16th to the 25th.
Equally high value, it's the best grass-type attacker, and thanks to its dragon subtyping, it's also a top 20 dragon attacker. Getting this Mega to level 3 is crucial for the XL candy bonus, particularly because of the upcoming Grookey Community Day.
Speaking of Community Day, we have the Grookey Community Day on January 18th.
And this day is an economic goldmine. It's a must-play for every single trainer, regardless of whether you care about Grookey itself.
It features Grookey's shiny debut, of course.
Which is nice, but the absolute star attraction is the primary bonus, 3x catch Stardust.
That is premium resource farming time. Stardust is the most constrained resource for high-level players, especially if you need to power up those new fused Kyurem forms.
Exactly. Combined with the standard 2x catch candy and the boosted XL candy chance for trainers level 31 and up, this is a day you plan your whole weekend around.
Activate those star pieces right at 2:00 p.m. and go all out.
You need Stardust for everything. Powering up second charge moves, fueling those Kyurem adventure effects. Grookey Day helps you pay the bill.
There are also critical trade bonuses on Grookey Day that we can leverage immediately.
Yes, you're allowed one additional special trade, so you get 2 for the day. And crucially, trades cost 50% less Stardust.
That half-price Stardust is perfect for high-cost trades, like a shiny or a legendary.
Perfect for it. And that extra special trade slot lets you leverage that lucky trinket we're going to talk about later, or maximize those expensive trades.
And Grookey itself has long-term competitive value, right? Why are we hoarding its candy?
We are hoarding Grookey candy because Rillaboom's G-Max form is projected to become the single best grass-type max attacker upon its debut.
Ah, another long-term play.
Accumulating candy and XL candy for Grookey now is essential preparation for that future debut. Think of Grookey Day as an investment portfolio for a future market crash. You are ready.
We have another critical utility hour sandwiched between these events, the Spotlight Hour on January 20th, featuring a tenna. The bonus is 2x transfer candy.
This is a critical hour for inventory management and resource optimization. You should spend the entire week leading up to this hour stocking up on Pokémon from the Community Day and other events.
So we're not catching Katena during this hour.
You are transferring your Grookey stack.
Right.
Absolutely. The goal is pure efficiency. If you catch 1,000 Grookey on Community Day and you transfer them all during this hour, you get 2,000 Grookey candy, which significantly boosts your preparation for G-Max Rillaboom.
And Atena itself is also candy prep, right?
Yep, for its future G-Max Hatterene form, which is projected to become the best fairy-type max attacker. So save any extra Hatena you catch during the week for this hour too.
Okay, we move into the final third of the month and the atmosphere shift. The Precious Pals event runs from the 20th to the 25th, but the key window is Precious Pals, taking over from January 23rd to the 25th.
This is the mandatory 3-day window that every single serious player marks on their calendar. This is when you can use a charged TM to remove the move Frustration from your shadow Pokemon.
I know trainers who wait months just for this moment. Let's make sure everyone understands why removing Frustration is so critical.
It's the difference between a mediocre Pokemon and an absolute powerhouse. Shadow Pokemon gain a substantial fixed 20% damage multiplier to all their attacks.
But they're held back by Frustration.
Severely. It's a weak, useless move. This 3-day removal window allows you to unlock their true power and turn them into the top-tier attackers they are designed.
So give me some high-value examples that trainers should be prepping their charged TMs for.
Well, if you have powerful shadows like Shadow Mewtwo, which is the best psychic attacker in the game,
Must do.
Shadow Metagross, the best steel attacker, or even the newly re-available Shadow Cresselia, you must free them from frustration during the days.
Because if you miss this window,
Your Shadow Pokemon will sit unusable until the next takeover event, which could be months away. It's high-stakes preparation.
speaking of Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Cresselia is appearing in Tier 5 Shadow Raids throughout the entire month.
Yep, from January 2nd to February 1st. It's had a few brief appearances before, so many dedicated players may already have it.
So a lower priority than Kyurem.
For sure, it's not a top-tier damage dealer, but it is a solid defensive PvP option, and this provides another chance to snag that shiny Shadow variant.
We also have a dedicated Shadow Raid Day slated for January 24th, right in the middle of the takeover weekend.
And those are always high value because they typically offer 5 free raid passes, maximizing your ability to secure the featured Shadow Boss. The boss is unconfirmed, but the anticipation is high.
And what about the big boss himself, Giovanni? What's he currently rocking?
Giovanni is currently using Shadow Incarnate form Tornadus as his 3rd Pokemon. Players who have saved their Super Rocket radars are actively waiting for the change.
Which typically happens right after a major takeover event.
Exactly, likely on or around January 25th or 26th.
So if we're tackling Shadow Tornadus now to clear the path, what's the best counter strategy?
Shadow Incarnate Form Tornadus is a pure flying type, so it's highly susceptible to ice, electric, and rock type attacks.
Conveniently, the Pokemon we just secured are perfect counters.
They are. Black Kyurem and White Kyurem are excellent choices, as is Zekrom. But the most important advice is this. Be prepared for the next Shadow Legendary to debut immediately after that takeover window closes. Do not use your Super Radars on Tornadus unless you absolutely need. Save them.
Let's shift back to resources because the single biggest Stardust opportunity of the month, perhaps the season, is at the very end of January.
This is the big one.
We're talking about the Spotlight Hour on January 27th, featuring Fungus.
Mark your calendars. Set multiple loud alarms. This is the ultimate Stardust farm of the entire season. Fungus, like Delibird, is a Stardust-boosted Pokemon, giving a massive base reward of 500 Stardust per catch.
And since the bonus for this specific hour is 2x catch Stardust.
It stacks up to a guaranteed 1,000 Stardust per catch.
But then you add a star piece.
You activate a star piece, which you should absolutely do for the full 60 minutes, and you hit 1,500 Stardust per catch without even needing a weather boost.
That's incredible efficiency. If you catch 100 Fungus in that hour, that's 150,000 Stardust in 60 minutes.
It is the most efficient Stardust per catch farm available. The key is aggressive play and preloading your bag with balls.
The month culminates with the Dynamax endgame. Max Monday on January 26th, followed by a massive Dynamax weekend on the 31st.
Max Monday on the 26th features the debut of Dynamax Roggenrola. This is a critical debut because Max Gigalith, its final form, is set to become the best rock-type max attacker in the entire game.
Overtaking Dynamax Armaldo.
Correct. And the timing is, once again, no coincidence, is it?
No, it's perfect preparation. The Dynamax weekend on January 31st and February 1st is highly anticipated to feature the debut of Dynamax Ho-Oh.
And since Ho-Oh is a massive flying fire type threat, a top-tier rock-type attacker like the newly debuted Max Gigalith is going to be an absolutely essential counter.
So they're handing you the perfect counter the week before the boss debuts.
Exactly. Investing your max particles into Max Roggenrola that week is a strategic high-level move to dominate that debut weekend.
This final week is anchored by the Into the Depths event, running until February 1st. What's the theme here?
It's a thematic wrap-up. It focuses on aquatic and subterranean Pokemon So, water, ground, and dark types.
So it's designed to make sure that even while players are just catching Fungus for Stardust, the other wild spawns are still useful.
That's the goal, yeah. The wild spawns are themed and contribute to other Pokédex or competitive goals, like stocking up on water and ground types needed for raids or PvP. It keeps the energy high right up until the last day of the month.
We've covered the day-to-day events, but January introduces several key progression systems that impact long-term strategy. Let's talk about the Jago Pass, which runs from January 6th to February 3rd.
Right. The Jago Pass is essentially a limited-time progression track that rewards consistent daily play. You earn Jago points, you hit ranks, you unlock tiered rewards.
And they even remove the daily limits on Jago points on the last weekend for catch-up opportunities.
Which is great. Everyone can finish.
What's the main high-value reward for trainers who complete the free track?
The key reward is a guaranteed encounter with Dialga, which includes a potential shiny chance.
And Dialga is a massive Master League staple.
Huge. Securing a high IV Dialga or finally getting that shiny is high value for any player.
The Goku Pass also provides tiered milestone bonuses that are focused on quality of life improvements, right?
Yeah, and they add up quickly. At rank 25, you get increased gift opening and holding limits. At rank 50, you get double the daily adventure incense duration.
Doubling your chances for those rare encounters.
And if you reach rank 75, you gain additional rewards for completing in-person raids and max battles, a clear incentive to support your local community.
Now, let's talk about the paid version. The GoGo Pass Deluxe, for about $8, offers faster progression. The final reward is what we need to focus on, the Lucky Trinket.
The Lucky Trinket. This is a technical game changer, a massive tactical advantage.
What does it do?
It's a one-time use item that manually forces a Lucky Friend status with any player on your friend list, provided you're at least great friends.
So this item bypasses the RNG lottery entirely, guaranteeing our next high-cost trade result in a lucky Pokemon.
Exactly. Minimum Stardust investment and guaranteed high IV. This is the ultimate tool for securing high IV, legendaries, mythicals, or shiny Pokemon that you need from a friend.
Imagine a friend has a shiny region.
And the trade is exorbitantly expensive in Stardust. You use the trinket, force the lucky status, and secure the trade for minimum costs and the guaranteed high IV floor.
The urgency here is paramount, though. It has a strict expiration.
That's correct. The Lucky Trinket from the January Go Pass Deluxe expires on Sunday, February 8th, 2026. You must earn it, coordinate with your friend, and use it quickly. Don't let it expire.
Finally, let's look at the baseline progression system, the weekly research breakthroughs. What's in the monthly pool for January?
The 7-day research breakthrough pool is consistent for the full month. It features Lapras, Snorlax, Galarian Mr. Mime, Sinistea, Honedge, and Dreepy.
And what's the competitive meta value of these specific encounters?
There are two major competitive highlights here. First, Honedge, which evolves into Aegislash.
Great league staple.
Highly ranked, yeah. Known for its unique stance switching. Second, Dreepy, which evolves into Dragapult, one of the stronger ghost-type attackers available, giving serious damage in raids.
So it's a solid pool. It ensures that even trainers focusing only on their daily field research tasks have guaranteed access to high-value competitive Pokemon.
A good fallback, for sure.
So what does this all mean for the trainer looking to maximize January? If we boil down this entire avalanche of events, we have 4 core non-negotiable priorities.
First and foremost, the Kyurem Fusion Raid Day on January 10th. Your top priority is obtaining enough fusion energy, so roughly 10 raids of each form, to create at least one of the fused Kyurem forms.
And unlocking those adventure effects. Secure that Kyurem with Glacier. Second priority.
Aggressive Stardust farming. You have 2 major opportunities. Attack Grookey Community Day on the 18th for that 3x catch Stardust bonus.
But save star pieces for the Fungus Spotlight Hour on the 27th.
Which is the single most efficient Stardust farm of the season. 1,500 Stardust per catch.
Third, meta raids and max battle preparation. Secure Mega Blaziken and Mega Skeptile energy.
And more importantly, dedicate Max Particles to Max Roggenrola when it debuts on the 26th to prepare Max Gigalith as the ultimate rock-type counter for the anticipated Dynamax Ho-Oh debut.
And finally, do not neglect your shadow Pokemon. The Team Rocket takeover from January 23rd to the 25th is your limited window to use a charged TM to remove frustration.
If you stick to those 4 points, you will exit January 2026 with a massive resource advantage, a significant competitive upgrade in your roster, and utility tools that change how you approach all future events.
It's incredible how strategic resource management has become. The introduction of permanent utility effects like Free Shot completely changes the approach to the game.
It does. It turns the Kyurem Raid Day from a simple damage pursuit into a utility investment. It rewards anticipation and optimization.
Which brings up a fascinating point. If the ability to immobilize wild Pokémon using Free Shot can genuinely streamline the capture process during massive GO Tour events later this season,
it raises a big question. Will utility effects eventually become more valuable than raw damage output, turning high-level play into an optimization puzzle rather than just a simple combat challenge?
get ready, because 2026 is starting with a bang, and the game mechanics are only getting deeper.
They really are.
That's a fascinating thought to mull over while you're planning your trade strategy for that lucky trinket. Thank you for diving deep with us. We'll catch you on the next one.